Childhood lead exposure, achieving environmental justice with prevention through education. The element lead has been used since ancient times. It's soft and easy to work, so it was important on its own or in cooking implements, food containers, water jugs, water pipes. However, lead has been known to be a systemic poison since the 1400s, when some countries in Europe banned its use as a wine additive. It continued to be an occupational hazard for some adults in certain professions for many centuries. Even so, little was known about lead's effects on children. In 1909, Dr. Jeffers Turner in Australia made the connection between lead paint and childhood lead poisoning. He realized that children who lived in houses with painted porches were exposed to dust from the lead paint as it weathered and aged, whereas children who lived in poorer housing or in the country were not as likely to be exposed to lead paint. Lead was originally added to paint to improve its durability and color. In 1922, the League of Nations banned lead as a paint additive in Europe. However, in the United States, lead continued to be added to paints until 1978, when the phase-out was completed here. Because of its durability, there's still plenty of lead paint around, and a key source of exposure is older homes. A 2013 survey in North Carolina revealed that nearly a third of preschoolers within the survey community had an active risk of exposure to lead paint in their home environment, and in most cases the parents were completely unaware of this. No such survey has been done in New Hampshire, but the Department of Health and Human Services acknowledges that lead exposure is a serious problem for children here. The Department of Health and Human Services has now focused on rental housing as a target for reducing childhood lead exposure in New Hampshire's children. When we look at the target population for lead exposure, the lowest income households are often those most at risk. Lower income households are most likely to be living in older dwelling units that have not been updated. Younger wage earners, usually at the lowest level of pay scale for their profession, are also more likely to be the parents of small children. Hence, the risk of exposure to lead paint hazards falls disproportionately on families with young children. Young children carry the burden of lead poisoning for the rest of their lives.